or reuse, reduce and recycle. There's another potential avenue for consumers to do just those things. The government is seeking feedback on a scheme where consumers pay a deposit for drinks packed using plastic bottles or metal cans. The money is refundable if they recycle. The move is among several ways by which Singapore is working towards zero waste. Chloe Chu tells us more.
982,000 tonnes of plastic waste was generated last year, but only 6% of that was recycled. However, that's about to change.
Bottled drinks could cost roughly 10 to 20 cents more in the next 2 years, and you'll only get your money back if you bring the empty can or bottle to a designated return point. This may be at reverse vending machines like this or supermarkets, depending on how consultations go. First announced in 2020, the Beverage Container Return Scheme aims to promote recycling and in turn cut down on the amount of waste and carbon emissions produced.
There are about 400 large supermarkets in Singapore, and the Ministry for Sustainability and the Environment, or MSE, hopes to have container return points at these outlets. It wants to make the process as convenient as possible for consumers. The government has also studied similar efforts in about 50 other jurisdictions and countries.
They have seen the beverage container return rate increase, some to as much as over 80%. We expect that our beverage container return rate, will increase, and we estimate that about more than 1 billion of these beverage containers, such as plastic bottles as well as metal cans that are used in Singapore each year, would be covered.
Under the scheme, a non-profit administrator will charge drink producers and retailers a fee for each drink manufactured or imported. It will collect the returned containers from consumers and facilitate the sale to waste companies. This money will reimburse producers and retailers for the extra costs incurred. Drink manufacturer F&N Foods says it'll work with the National Environment Agency to develop a cost-effective model. The company adds that the industry also needs to build the infrastructure for this initiative. It says education and legislation will be important for the scheme to succeed. Sustainability experts say the move will help extend the lifespan of Singapore's only landfill beyond 2035. And while it could take time for people to adapt, the Worldwide Fund for Nature hopes more waste materials will be included in the future.
With all materials, there is actually an environmental impact to the environment. So it's really regardless whether it's plastics or metal cans, because when a material has to be extracted, it comes from the natural resources that we have on Earth. Whereas if we actually had taken the aluminium from cans and then we recycle it, we are reducing that kind of environmental and the damage from extracting from a new virgin source.
If all goes to plan, the initiative could start by mid-2024.